The campaign heating up this week as both candidates engaged in mudslinging, making a race a major issue.
Hillary Clinton is a bigot who sees people of color only as votes, not as human beings worthy of a better future.
Donald Trump has built his campaign on prejudice and paranoia. He is taking hate groups mainstream and helping a radical fringe take over the Republican Party.
What kind of impact are these attacks that we just showed you having? Joining me now, Dr. Alveda King. She's niece of Martin Luther King Jr. and daughter of Reverend A.D. King. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Are either of these two candidates bigots?
Well, I don't want to directly accuse either of being a bigot, but I think it's very important for us as voters to take a look at each platform that each person represents, and then to align our votes with the platforms that are most suitable rather than the personality. When they yell at each other about being bigots, I believe that it's more important to listen to what are you going to do for me as an African-American woman in America, a mature 65-year-old African-American woman. What will your platform do for me today? And that's going to be very important. As far as who's a racist and who's riling up people to hate people, I am hearing that from every corridor, from the Democrats, the Republicans. People are being fearful and tearful. And so it's going to be more important to examine those platforms.
You have a lot of people of color watching this mudslinging, and they're confused because on the one hand, they heard Donald Trump the other day say something that maybe struck at a few chords here and was able to really touch upon something, and that was many of the urban centers have terrible unemployment. They don't get good education. They're being shot at. I'm using Chicago as an example, but we know what's going on in Baltimore and some other places. So, quote, how much worse could it get? What do you have to lose? On the other hand, Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton have had a history of being able to go into communities of color and make them feel like they're being heard. So which side is actually, as you talked about, putting forth the best platform?
I like the platform that says in your urban community, you need to go to work, you need to go to school, you need to be healthy. If you want to go to church or pray, you should be able to do that. And I like the opportunities that are offered not just to the black community, but definitely to the black community. I would like to see our black young men and women get out of jail, get back to work, and get back to school. It sounds very promising, the plan that Mr. Trump is presenting for the urban communities, because right now many of our urban communities that are kind of overrun with Democrat leaders like mayors and all that kind of thing, there's a lot of trouble in those cities. And I believe that whichever candidate who has the platform that can put America back to work, back to church, back to school, and make us healthy again, I believe that that's an excellent platform.
From your mouth to God's ears, I do hope we see that soon. Alveda, thank you very much.